So here we go, everybody. Welcome to game day. I arrived in Cheltenham here at the completely Suzuki Stadium town, looking to make it 9 straight wins, 10 consecutive clean sheets. It should be a cracker. Very small and tight pitch. I've got the media boys surrounding me. They're just walking through. There we go. Nice little cameo from the guys there. We're going to go and get the team news from good old Peachy. Let's get right into it. Boom. Then I bumped into good old Peachy in the away end. My friend, your first visit to Cheltenham.
Yes.
Thoughts on that? I would get the team news in shortly. But yeah.
It's cold. Bloody windy, isn't it?
Sun's out there though.
I know, but it's cold in the shade.
Yeah, shade here.
No, it's a nice ground. I say it's another one to tick off for me. So, but yeah, team news.
One change.
One change. Obviously, Brody took that knock. I think in years gone by we might have risked him, but let's not, because he's a big important player. We've got Harness to come in, and Humphrey's now promoted to the bench, isn't he?
Yes.
And it's going to be a tough game today. I don't, people say it's only Cheltenham.
Small pitch, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Very small pitch. Very tight.
They're going to make it hard, and fair, they've got a very good record. I think they've lost 1 in 8 at home. So
yeah, they lost on Good Friday against Lincoln, but after that, or before that, they're unbeaten in 6 or something.
I mean, they went 2-0 up against Wednesday, didn't they?
Yeah.
Should have won that.
Well.
Exactly. So any fan think they're coming in today is going to be a walkover. No, it's going to be a tough game. I personally think it'll either be 1-0 or 2-1. It's not going to be like we did, because Wickham, that was a great game, and the atmosphere is brilliant. Like, let's just keep our feet on the ground again, and take each game as it comes. Get 3 points today. Fingers crossed. I want to egg on my face by the end of the game.
Nice one. Right, let's get right into it. Wow, a frustrating afternoon here in Gloucestershire. 1-1. Cheltenham Town, epoxy Cheltenham Town again, taking points off us. A 1-1 draw here. I'm here with good old Jubster, my friend. We're still unbeaten. The clean sheet record is gone though. Your thoughts on that one?
Where do we pick the bones out of this one? Yes, let's deal with the positives. We're still unbeaten. We're third. We're still right in the hunt. There's 6 games to go. 2 teams from 3 are definitely going all automatically. That game at Barnsley is now coming into sight very nicely, and that is going to be the pinnacle. But we're not here to discuss Barnsley. We're here to discuss Cheltenham. Yep. Where do we start? First half, Harness was poor. I'm going to call it out straight away. I was no surprise that he was replaced at half time. Offside goal. From where we were in the stands, didn't look offside. The wind didn't help here in Gloucestershire. It's pretty windy here today, and we didn't kind of learn from that in the second half. Yes, Chaplin scored and we went 1-0 up. Brilliant, excellent, and Hurst hit the crossbar as well. Absolutely brilliant. But then, Walton. Oh, I don't want to say Walton going back to how he was. No, he wasn't. He was good today. But yeah, the wind caught him out, and who was going to be on the end of it but Alfie May?
Yeah.
You can see why he won Player of the Month for the month of March, didn't he?
March. But yeah. Let's just talk about the game as a whole, because we can talk about key moments and stuff like that. But it was just a game that I think the town players were frustrated. They couldn't get the rhythm. Very tight pitch. Nathan Broadhead, we missed him today.
We missed Nathan Broadhead as well. Yeah, but you're absolutely right. Tight pitch. Cheltenham we're sitting back, letting us come onto them. We've seen, earlier in the season, we've struggled a little bit to break teams down like that, and you could see. I thought Burns was a little bit, started well, but then went and drifted completely out of the game. Now that might be credit to Cheltenham picking up on that side of the flank, but yeah, they came to frustrate. They frustrated us. You could see that in the players, and the result shone through. But look, Cheltenham are no mugs to coin a phrase there. They've held bigger teams as well. The bigger teams like us here at down here in Gloucestershire.
2-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday, weren't they? They held on, of course, to get a draw in the end.
Let's look at this as a point gained rather than 2 points dropped. And like I say, we're still there. 6 games to go.
I think the most frustrating bit is that Lincoln beat Plymouth today. And that makes it even more a little bit annoying, because we're top of the league at one stage because of the goal when we scored. But Cheltenham, they did it again. They did it against us. We haven't beaten them since we've been in League One.
We haven't. No. And let's coin a McKenna here. Let's just concentrate on ourselves. Yeah. See what other teams are doing at the end of the game. Yeah, the rumours filter through the stands. We've actually got a good Wi-Fi signal or a phone signal here.
One on Cheltenham.
I know, we're one on Cheltenham. But yeah, so you could hear the rumours going around the ground. But it's down to us. And yes, we're 1-0 up. Plymouth are 2-0 down at that point. Yeah, it's brilliant. We're absolutely buzzing. But we've still got 20 minutes of the game still to go, and it's like, no, we've got to take care of ourselves, see where we are at the end of the game, and then we'll start looking at what the other teams are doing. We're getting out of this league. I want us to get out of this league automatically.
Yeah, me too. I don't want Wembley. Don't want playoffs. Good day out and all that.
What is this Wembley you talk about?
Sorry.
I don't know what this Wembley is.
Sorry, maybe just after a draw there, I just I'm thinking about it, but no, I'm not.
No.
Top 2, ladies and gentlemen.
No, top 2, definitely top 2. Yeah, there's nothing to be too negative about today. Cheltenham are a good team. The weather didn't help. The pitch was tight. And we've got Charlton Saturday.
Yep.
Charlton at home on Saturday and Port Vale then straight after. So we've got
home games.
Yeah, we've got 2 back-to-back home games. There's no reason why we can't go back on that winning run come Saturday.
Top man.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm joined now by Peachy. You've had a few minutes just to compose yourself. You predicted a win. It's ended in a draw.
Yeah.
Thoughts, my friend?
Yeah. Was warmed up. I was bloody cold in that stand. No, we're not going to win every game, are we? It's frustrating that we went 1-0 up and we couldn't see it out. I mean, I couldn't see a goal come for Cheltenham. Then long ball in, Walton comes out. I think it's Wolfie gets stuck underneath him. Then drops to the one man. Drop to an Alfie May. I must admit, he's a pain in the rear end, but he's a sort of pain in the rear end you want in your team. But we didn't really get our rhythm going today, I don't think, and our finishing wasn't great. But like I said, we're not going to win every game.
No.
Still unbeaten. I know Plymouth lost today. Wednesday won, puts back in third. We've got 2 massive home games coming up now. Well, they're all massive, aren't they? But so it's not the right day at the office. A bad day at the office, you could say it up front.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be too critical of the players because bloody hell, they've just won 8 in a row. Yeah. Not conceded for 9.5 games. I mean, Harness, bless him, didn't take his chance today. He just seemed off it. Edwards, when he came on.
Yeah, he looked lively.
Yeah, I think that's because we sort of missed Broadhead's threat running forward, and that's where Edwards done it. But overall, just we're not going to win every game. That's the way I can sum that one up, to be honest.
I want to quickly talk about the first half because we didn't have that opportunity yet. It was goalless at half time, and I felt there was, as you mentioned, no rhythm, the link-up play. Of course, we don't want to be too critical because they've been unbelievable, this team. But just today, it felt a bit different. Maybe it was the pitch, maybe it was missing or Broadhead. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, it's like it's been said. Like they sat back, we were playing for that. Like crack on, just do what you want to do. And that's why we couldn't get our rhythm going, I don't think. And I say Harness missed a very good chance. Burns smashed it straight at the keeper. I was a bit disappointed with Jackson when he came on. There's one point, just use your pace. Use your pace. That is your main attribute. And he just seemed off it as well. But like I said, I'm going to keep repeating myself, the whole team seemed off it today. But
it was very stop-start though, weren't it, in the first half as well? The referee was doing different decisions, and Cheltenham, they're very organised. Fair play to them.
Yeah, fair. Cheltenham have a game plan. They can slow the game down and they just knock balls over the top. And they've taken points off Plymouth this year, taken points off us, taken points off Wednesday. They're a tough team. Just people see it's little old Cheltenham, we should beat them, smash them. No, they're here on merit and they're going to stay up, and fair play to them. And call me wrong, but I think a draw was a fair result today because we didn't deserve to win that, in my opinion.
No. And we were, of course, top of the league at one stage, but it's just one of those things. Like Friday. But final words, Peachy, as we take our trip back up to Suffolk.
Oh, yes, back home. KFC on the way, I'm looking forward to that.
2 home games next up, though. That's
Other
good.
fast food places are available, obviously.
Of course,
like I say, 2 home games coming up now. All games are massive, but if we can get 6 points out of these next 2, then is it Peterborough away?
Yes.
Barnsley away. The next 2 at home, and then 2 massive home games.
1 game at a time, as McKenna
would
say.
Sorry, Kieran, 1 game at a time. Anyway, I'll end by saying up the town.
Nice one. Coming next, I've got a very special guest, all the way from Maryland in America, Kevin. It's great to have you on. Sorry to say, it ended 1-1. Thoughts on that one?
Frustrating. I mean, it was a tough game. They were well drilled, you could tell. They weren't having none of the playing out from the back, which caused us to be slow around, passing it around and in the attack, which was a bit frustrating because we could have drove at them like we saw Massimo do quite often in the first half. He had a few good drives. But it was a frustrating game.
Was this your first game for a while?
Well, I have been to a few games, mostly friendlies, because it's always vacation season when I can get over here. But I was at Portman Road for the Wickham game.
Oh, different kettle of fish today.
Different game to today. But it had been a decade since I'd been to Portman Road when I was at the Wickham game. So it was nice to be back. It was a great game. Shame this game couldn't be the same, right?
Definitely. Yeah. Let's talk about some players then who stood out for you. Marcus Harness took off at our time, which is never good for anybody. We missed Nathan Broadhead today, but any other players you want to talk about?
Well, I just want to say it's a bit of a shame that Harness couldn't seize the opportunity to show what he can do, because he is a great player, but just he couldn't make anything today. But Luongo, I said great first half. Second half he was good too. Burgess, I thought he was great. Held it down in the back. Edwards is good. Drove at them like I said Harness should have done in the first half. So yeah, my 3 standouts today. Yeah.
Nice one, nice one. And today, this pitch, very tight. Cheltenham, since we've been in League One, we haven't been able to beat them. Last time it was a defeat here, a draw here, and then 2 games been a draw there as well. Got to say, fair play to them.
Fair play, yeah. They're well drilled, good team. They're tough. It's a tough pitch. Yeah. Tough day.
Worth the trip though, you know, 2 good
no, it
games.
was nice. Yeah. First away day, proper league away day. So yeah, I'm chuffed with that. And it's not the end of the world, is it? It's a point. We've still got time to, push up there, get in the championship.
Come on.
Come on, you Blues.
Finally, I'm joined by Kieran once again. You've been up and down. What road is it?
The M4, A12.
Yeah, all that. Home games,
A20,
away games. We're here.
A25.
Yeah, all the roads. I will learn that soon when I can drive. But enough of that. A draw today, my friend. Thoughts?
Fair result.
Yeah.
We haven't looked our best today. They came, they frustrated us. Pardon the language, they're a bit. They came, they disrupted us, they didn't let us play. We had no rhythm in the first half. We couldn't link up. We really missed Broadhead down that left-hand side.
We did. Come back.
Yeah, made a chocolate in here, so that's the problem. But it shows just the impact that he's made recently. And Harness missed an absolute sitter of a chance. And I just don't think Harness looked his best. He did. Well, he's not looked his best for weeks, in my opinion. But Jackson came on and he looked good. But it's just that killer edge was there today. But it's just one of those frustrating days. And at the end of when we look at the end, if we'd have played this just after Bristol Rovers, we'd have thrown our hands up in the air. We'd have had another article on the Daily Times about what's this team doing wrong. After 8 straight wins, you've got to look at it. Take all the frustration of the day, take a big deep breath, and go. It's just one of those days. Yeah. We're going to have them. We're not going to win every game. We're going to play teams that are going to frustrate us like that. Tight, tiny pitch. It reminds me of Scunthorpe away of many years ago. Where back in the. But when every time the ball went above the stand, it caught in the wind. And that's the same as today. We didn't deal with it. Oh, I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, when we concede, it's going to be a bit of a clanger or a mistake. And unfortunately, the wind got him. Yeah. Wolfenden, was it? Got caught. So. Wolf. I think it was Wolf. He got caught in no man's land. Walton got caught in no man's land, and then Alfie May, a player of his quality, he's always going to slot that home. No matter there's 3 people around him, he's going to find the back of the net, as we would expect any of our players to have done. They had no interest in winning the game today. No. Cheltenham, they celebrate like they won the league when they equalised. But fair play to them. It was just a bit of a frustrating day, and but we're on to Charlton now. Yeah. On to Port Vale, 2 wins. We seem to do quite well in these Saturday, Tuesday home games. It's frustrating that we don't go top of the league, and it always ever seems to backfire on us when we all start singing it, but we can't help ourselves.
Stop singing it, but
we can't help it. You can't help yourself, can you?
When you're top of the league, you got to talk about it. But I want to quickly mention Connor Chaplin, actually, because he scored another goal.
He did.
And I thought that was going to be the perfect sort of 1-0 win, happy days, go back to Suffolk. But another goal for him. Yeah, well, what can you say about him? Other than he is fantastic, isn't he? What's he up to? 22 goals for the season now? Like he's closing 19 in the league, so he's 20 goals. About to say he's closing very quickly on 20 league goals, and we say we wanted a 20 goal a season striker, and here he is. I thought today was interesting, and I just want to throw this out there for the KOA Army to think about. Is there a way we can fit Hurst and Ladapo in the team? Because Hurst was running the line very, very well. Yeah. Another offside. Crossbar, didn't he? Yeah, the crossbar. Offside goal again, which didn't look offside where I was, but we haven't got VAR, so we've got to trust the officials, even though they're not exactly great. But it was one of those games where I felt what you needed was somebody to run the line like Hurst to get in behind them, but somebody like Ladapo, who plays very well with his back to goal, holding it up. Mm-hmm. So for a team like this, we're not going to play them many of these again, but we are going to play teams like this in the Championship, or potentially we are going to come against teams like this in our future. Is there a way you can fit in those 2 players? Because they are the 2 number 9s, and McKenna doesn't like playing with 2 up top. But I think if we'd have had something like Ladapo up front with Chaplin, and instead of potentially you didn't play Harness, you could have played Hurst, and Chaplin and Hurst playing off Ladapo's hold-up play today would have unlocked them. I think that's just something. People's thoughts? Get in the comments. Your thoughts on that one? Yeah, maybe the changes. Maybe Hurst could have stayed on. Ladapo came on and play out 2 up top. Then maybe sometimes. I just felt I was looking at it, watching the game, thinking I want Ladapo on. We need someone like him who can hold it up, who can play with his back to goal, because that's the way we were going to get forward. But we also needed Hurst to run in behind him. So I think we need to think: is there a way you can get them in the team together? And I think, for argument's sake, today, I would have started him ahead of
Harness, and I'd have played Hurst on the left and Zappa up top. But then Kyle Edwards was fantastic when he came, wasn't he? I think he should have started personally.
Yeah.
I was disappointed with Jackson. Jackson, for those who know, Jackson was my pick for make most impact as a squad player, and I'm rather disappointed that he didn't.
He hasn't in the last few games, has he?
No, and I think I'm disappointed because there were a couple of times you just think, just run at them,
Yeah.
burn them off, and then there was one opportunity, the ball fell to him, the left back slipped, and he stopped and he waited for people to move around him. At that point, it's 1-1. We're trying to chase the game. We're trying to force a result. You've got to run at him. I think that would have made a huge difference. But I don't know if that's confidence. That's just maybe he's been told to slow it down or something. I don't know. But he didn't make the impact I kind of hoped he would. When then you got other people around you who he's one of the pantomime villain, isn't he? For want of a better phrase, people love to hate him or love to slag him off, and I think he's a fantastic player. He just didn't show it today. When I really think today was an opportunity for him to do that. You know, but yeah.
Well, final words then, Kieran, as we go on back to our homes. It's a lovely sunny day, though. Lovely sunny day. It's just been windy. That was another thing about today. Just the wind, the weather. But final words, mate. One
of those days. We are just everybody. When you watch this, take a deep breath and out. It's one of those days. And now they're going to believe us. The Town are going up.
Oh, love that. Well, thanks again for watching Game Day. Kieran's gone off. He's buggered off now. But thanks again for watching. Bye-bye for now.